My name is Alf. I'm a nurse main. I started grinding, I don't know, I've been streaming maybe 4 years now. Originally, I was on PlayStation. I moved over to PC. Comp was a large part of well, my content and what I did over the past 6 years. I've been playing Dead by Daylight since 2016. I won, I think, around 15 tournaments. I played on Oracle, Jinx, Shift W. I played in Best of the Best. I was the guy that got moried by Plague, by Otstarver's Plague. So that was a big event. And no, I've just been grinding the hell out of YouTube the past like year and a half, 2 years. And I'd say most notably now, if you were to have heard of me in recent time, it was probably because of the win streak. A lot of people are talking about it because of the nurse balance. I feel like a lot of people, when they want to get nurse nerfed, a big point to make is, you know, look at this guy. He's doing this crazy shit on Twitch. So yeah, it's a little bit about me. Obviously, yeah, I did a few series on YouTube as well that did pretty well. They're like hiding in the weird places on maps, and I did acting like, you know, worse than I am, and then trying to win an endgame. They both did pretty well. So if you've heard of me at all, I'm guessing it's from one of those three things, probably.
Because you're skilled with the nurse.
I guess so, yeah. I guess.
That's why. Okay. All right. So the first question, I mean, there are no questions like yes or no, so you can explain yourself and stuff. Like you can say whatever you want as long as you want. Okay. The first question is like, why DVD? What? Because for sure you were playing before some games.
So,
but why DVD? Is like.
Yeah, it's funny. So there's a YouTube group in England called The Sidemen. I don't think I've even ever said this on stream, but there's a YouTube group in England called the Sidemen. It's like KSI, who I'm sure you know. They all like upload. They're a very, very big YouTube group, and me and my friend used to watch them. And we both had, you know, terrible PCs, like playing at 10 FPS. And we both played DBD together. I think it would have been genuinely months before I got my first escape. We were both terrible. We were playing at the time as well, when everybody used to play on, is it Toronto, Canada? And we didn't know that you were meant to play on Toronto, Canada. So we were just sat in queue on Manchester or London for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you know, waiting for a game. And we would never get one. And then, yeah, this friend that I was playing DBD with, we share a birthday. My birthday is June 13th. His is, we don't share it, but it's very close. His is June 16th. And it was both of our birthdays, and he said, okay, like DBD's coming out on console, because I think it comes out on console like a few days after my birthday. I think it came out like June 15th or something. So, you know, he was like, you know, I know you've got money from your birthday, let's both get this game. And I think it ended up like 6 of our friend group all got the game. And we played it a ton, and then they stopped playing it, and I never stopped. I just carried on playing DBD. I sort of like fell in love with the game, I guess.
You started as a survivor, right?
Yeah, mainly.
It's curious because so many main killers now, and really good killers like Al, for example, hence, or Leonek, for example, you know Leonek, the Spanish guy. They always say that they start as a main survivor. I
mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Because it's like, it's way more attractive to be playing, like, not many people have picked up this game without people to play with, right? So they play with their friends, you know, the first time they play it. So it makes sense. And then later on, you turn into a killer main that hates everyone, you know?
That's true, actually. Oh my god! I mean, you play Survivor or no? Or you just play, because you said the other day in the podcast and also in one of your streamings that you don't play much now DBD. So
weirdly, I've been playing more recently because of the Prestige 100. So I've been wanting to get like blood points and stuff off stream. So. I have been playing more. Like the past maybe 6 months, I hadn't played as much, like off stream or not recording. But recently I've been playing quite a bit, you know, just for fun. Like M1 killers, you know, killers that I wouldn't play on stream, and Survivor with my friends, you know, just bringing flans or whatever. Just existing. But like I've been through stints of doing pretty much everything in DBD. Like right now, obviously, like I really loved Nurse, and I really do enjoy the mechanics of Nurse. I just find her a lot of fun. So I've been spamming Nurse a lot, but I've went through a stint of maining Hillbilly, maining Wraith, maining Trapper, maining Doctor. And this is for like long periods of time as well, like months at a time. When I was playing tournaments, sometimes I was the Survivor main on the team. For example, in BOTB, I had to be a Survivor main because I was playing Survivor. There was only one killer on each team for BOTB, and I wasn't our killer because I was, mainly a Nurse player. Yeah, so Marth was playing our killer, and I had to main Survivor. So I've played, I'd like to say, I have a pretty good look on everything in DBD,
Yeah. No, they saying here that because you love so much Nars, she's gonna get nerfed.
Probably, we'll see.
I mean, I didn't know that you were main Nars, bro.
You didn't know?
I mean, I'm kidding. It's the only thing that I see you playing, bro. No, but yeah, and also, I mean, this is not about because it's my tournament or something, but Alf, guys, I don't know if you know, but Alf was playing Spectrum as well. Spectrum is one of the tournaments as well. Well, not the biggest because, I mean, the price is 600-700, something like that. But I can say that, and I think you're gonna be with me in here. The Spectrum could be now like I mean it's the DVD League and stuff, but Spectrum was really good or is really good tournament because we could have you remember Sinister, Oracle, Eternal, Eternity,
the most highly regarded DVD tournaments.
Agony, yeah. So well, you were playing there in one tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played with Jinx. Yeah,
with Jinx, exactly. That unfortunately you couldn't find that survivor. That was Slack.
I still remember. Yeah, he was in the basement of Temple of Purgation. Yeah,
I
remember.
Exactly. He was there.
No,
but anyway,
they will say it's so nice for me to look at because back then Jinx, I know all of those survivors were babies in terms of comp. And now I look at them and they are just so good. So I love seeing
exactly.
how much better they've got.
I mean, we will talk a little bit later about this one, but DVD changed a lot. I mean, like comp, like you can see. I remember watch Best of the Best, and the people was like, I mean, it's true that since that tournament, the other tournaments they got better because we could do more rules and stuff. It's true that in Best of the Best, everyone was spamming all the time Nars and Spirit. Remember that?
Yep.
It was just Observa, the crazy one who was playing in one killers. And how this is, I mean, we were thinking like they were good in that point, but if you see them like now or 2 years, because in my opinion, comp it was stronger 2 years ago. Now it's a little bit no dying, but Agony is not there, Oracle is not there, Sinister is not, you know what I mean?
With lack of competition, it brings down the level. If you don't have people pushing each other up, like forcing each other to be better, then the level goes down. So it makes sense.
So yeah. Well, second question, favorite killer. I mean, I know that is Nars, but so I'm gonna pass to the next question. I'm gonna say, what do you see on her and why her? I mean, there are so many. I mean, it's true that you started before so many killer. Because which year you started? You said.
Playing DBD 2016.
2016. Okay. So there were no many killers in that moment, but what did you see on her and why her?
So when I played, so this is different. I was looking at it from the perspective of console because I was a big hour console gamer at the time. It was widely regarded, I don't know about Xbox, but on PlayStation, in all the PlayStation tournaments, it was widely regarded Nurse was not a killer that could be played at a high level in PlayStation. And I don't know why. I just kind of latched onto this thing that was like, I'm going to be the first person to learn this killer properly and get 4Ks with tournaments on a controller on 30 FPS. I was just like, I'm going to be the person that's going to do that. And I just sat for 12 hours a day playing, 30 FPS on a controller. And I was just like, I want to perform high level with Nurse in a tournament. I want to win a tournament with Nurse. And I believe, off the top of my head, I was the first person on PlayStation to win a tournament with Nurse. Like, just playing Nurse, I believe. And I just wanted to kind of prove that she was very, very good on console. You know, I wanted to prove that it could be done, and that was just kind of what got me it. And then as soon as I started playing Nurse, the mechanics, the mind games, does the survivor carry on running? Does the survivor block LOS? Does the survivor do this? Like there's 36 different things the survivor can do, and I want to figure out what it is. And when I do figure out what it is, I really like it. I don't know. It feels really, really rewarding, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I think very like logically. I'm in university to do physics, if that makes any sense. So I like thinking of like all the things the survivor could possibly do, and then being like, okay, this is likely, but this survivor's playing like this, so they're probably going to do this instead, you know, and just running it all through in my head to try and figure out what they're doing. I just really enjoy thinking about it like that.
No, because Nars actually at the beginning is really frustrated. Like, because every survivor is doing double backs, or you think that it's gonna, when you think that you get, like you are with the hand like that, almost with the teleport, and then the survivor is moving a few meters and you say, fuck, you know, and it's like, yeah, so it's actually, and what you said, that is the feeling when you do a good TP and then you get the hit and stuff is actually really good. The feeling is amazing.
Yep.
But do you remember when they put the NARS in the live servers?
When she first came out?
Yeah.
Oh no. I've heard about it, but I wasn't there for when she was first released, sadly.
Yes, just in case nobody, I mean, someone doesn't know in the chat, for sure someone knows, and Alf for sure knows now. But because I started playing 11 of July of 2016, so not even a month since the game was released. So when they put in NARS, NARS was running 4.6 and doing teleports or blinks. So imagine how broken was that, guys. Okay. Also, I remember on PTB it was 7, but then they changed to 5. You could do 5 with an add-on, obviously, 5 blinks. So I remember that imagine this one is happening today. So tomorrow, in the next day or 2 days after, they change, because I mean they needed to do like they did with the clown now. Like you cannot play NARS, and then in 2 days they change that, you know. They put it in the normal in the speed that is having right now. So yeah, when they released NARS was crazy, running 4. You can imagine 4.6, and then with the blinks, insane. Then know it because in 2016 you remember that we didn't have many perks, so every killer was running Noed. So imagine an ass with Noed 4.6. It was actually really crazy. So the next question is like, someone teach you how to play her, or you took as an example someone like was playing Ars before, or you just decide to play her because you wanted to? I mean,
for the most part, I didn't really look up any tutorials or anything, right? I just kind of just bashed my head onto Nurse and just played her and figured it out. I'd say if I took inspiration from anyone at all, that would be maybe 2 people. Do you think you would do you think, say this is like 27, no, probably 2018. Do you think you know who I'm gonna say, Sam, or no? Any prediction?
I mean, the thing is, I didn't watch. The thing is, in that moment, I didn't watch. I mean, I was playing DVD, but I didn't watch Twitch, or I didn't know names. So I prefer to don't guess, because I don't know who could be.
So
I mean, I know the old streamers like 72 hours, or like it was Royalus down there doing streaming sometimes as well.
Yeah.
But now I don't know, man.
The 2 killers I took inspiration from, if I was ever having a bad day and I wanted to, like, you know, look and see what to do. Disturb was one of them, Daniel, for sure. But the 2 main ones were Marth88 and Volga, believe it or not.
Volga, nice, alright.
Volga, yeah. I used to watch Volga in Space Esports tourneys. I used to watch back his VODs and be like, okay, what is he doing? Why is he doing this, you know? But I don't think I've never really spoke to Volga ever.
Volga, really nice Nars, by the way.
Yeah,
really nice. I mean, I don't know which level he is right now. Volga is a Russian guy, okay? Just in case someone doesn't know, that he's playing comp. I know him because of the tournaments, 1v1 events and stuff. So yeah, he's a nice dude. It's actually, but really tryhard, I have to say. Really tryhard.
Of course. Yeah.
Because I remember once I play against him with against his Nars, and he destroyed us. But then Adri is in the chat. Okay, Adri Vivas is one player from Eternity that he knows really good how his how his comp and stuff. And we were playing. It's a plague. Okay, we were playing, and it was Volga. Bro, he catch me, and in 5 gens he face cam me until I died. All right, in a puff. So it's like Volga. When I discovered I was Volga, I went to him, bro. You are not playing a Spectrum. Come on. But anyway,
all Spectrum tourneys.
that's the point. So anyway, so yeah. So basically, you got inspiration on that people, and then what?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, I practice, no, like you said before.
Yeah, I practice in pubs, and then I played her in tournaments on console, did pretty well on console, moved over to PC, and started grinding her for tournaments on PC. Got to a pretty decent level on PC that I was happy with, and then, yeah, just moved to doing content, because I just didn't enjoy comp as much anymore.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How was the transition from console to PC? I mean, was that hard?
I think it took me about a month. I think I had the muscle memory down for Nurse in like, realistically like a day or two, just because I knew it really well. But like to fully be good mechanically with Nurse, like the flick blinks and the looking around and like fully using the high DPI to like look around like when I'm traveling and everything and get to like decent mechanics, probably about a month, 2 months.
Okay.
I was pretty confident.
And now that you played both of sides, like controller and and mouse and keyboard, what do you think is better?
Oh, mouse and keyboard, 1000%.
Okay, fair enough. 4K DPI seems good. How many DPI do you have?
4,000.
4,000? Okay, so Iron wasn't guessing. He knows. So
what
was okay. No, because I was thinking
knows,
that Aurum was guessing, but he knows. Okay, fair enough. No, when I'm playing Survivor, I'm playing 3K, and when I'm playing Killer, I'm playing 1,600.
Yeah, 1,600 is normal res, but like normal DPI, sorry. But when I came to PC, I don't know what a normal DPI is, and I go, oh, well, this button makes my mouse go faster. Click, 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 and then I end up on 4,000.
So many people are saying to me that 3,000 DPI is a lot for Survivor. But anyway, I cannot play 600 or 800 like the people does. And I cannot. Yeah. I really don't. I cannot. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about the add-ons from the NARS. Like the famous add-ons, the distant add-ons, because they weren't before like that. I know like one guy was here before, the name started by Zed, but I don't know how to pronounce that name because it was said the something like that. But it was saying like, no, but Narcissus, it was always like that. I mean, yes and no. Okay, it's true that the add-ons like Omega Blink and blah, blah, blah in 2016, it was insane. It was crazy. I mean, they changed that one. Even, I think the add-ons, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because you obviously know more about this. But I think even that add-ons, they are not like that long that they were in the past.
Omega Blink, it was like what? Yeah, like a year ago? Something like that, maybe a little bit longer. 2 years?
Yeah, so it was longer, no, than now.
What do you mean?
I mean, the add-ons with the distant add-ons, like you running, the
they were in the game for longer?
Yeah, no. I mean, before in the past, the blink was much longer, right?
Yeah, I think because it added to your second blink as well, right?
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, people is saying like, oh, now the add-on or the blinks are insane. Yeah, but in 2016, the Omega Blink, it was crazy. I mean, you could, with one teleport, almost the map.
Yeah, it was ridiculous back then.
I mean, no whole map, but yeah. But do you think that when the people is complaining about that add-on or the people that is running that add-on because they know that it's really good, blah, 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 do you think like it's normal that the people complain and it's actually normal as well that the people is playing that much that add-on because it's actually insane? In 2022, I mean. Don't tell me about the nerf or if it deserves a nerf because we will talk about this. But is that good, the add-on? Or is making you that good? Yes, an add-on?
The add-on... Well, obviously the add-on is very, very strong, right? But what are you asking exactly?
No, I'm saying that if it's normal, if the people who is complaining about that add-on, you saying like your opinion, like Alf's opinion is like, bro, it's normal that the people is complaining when they face one NARS with this add-on. And if you think that, if you see that normal that the people is playing as well this add-on because it's strong, so the people is gonna use it. So if you think that is the situation in which one we are right now, that the survivor is complaining and the killer, the NARS is playing that add-on is normal because that add-on is really important right now.
Yeah, I think if you play against a nurse with range, you have every right to complain because, like, as it is, nurse is very little counterplay, and then when you introduce range, when you're playing distance against the nurse, which is what a lot of people will do, your distance is gone in one blink. I can maybe even hit you with the second, you know, even when you're very very far because you've already won the mind game. With double recharge, if you win a mind game, I at least have to burn some blinks to catch up to you, and you get time, right? But with range, no time at all. I'm back on you, and I could even maybe hit you. You know, if you're not paying attention. So I think the add-on deserves all the criticism it's getting. I think range has been overpowered even before it increased the speed. I think the fact that the speed was increased, whether it was intentional or not, behavior claim it was intentional. I just can't imagine that it was intentional. I can't imagine that behavior devs had a meeting and said, oh yeah, the strongest add-on in the game for killer, yeah, that needs a buff. I can't imagine that would happen. So I have all the faith in my heart that it was an accident. Whether they like to say it was or it wasn't. So I think all of the survivors, they have an absolute right to complain when they go against the range add-on because it's not fun. I get it. It limits the counterplay even more, and it just makes you have to concentrate a whole lot more on what the nurse is doing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, it's what I'm talking about. Like, is maybe the question wasn't the best, but I wanted to know, like, if it's what you said, no, like if the add-on, like, it got famous because I mean, like, how to do this question, Mary? It's so hard, bro. I mean, if the people is giving the add-on the credit that he deserves because he's actually there. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the add-on is broken.
Exactly. So that's the point. So the add-on is broken, and the people. So you are actually saying that when the survivor is complaining, I mean, not all the time, but you know, like when the survivor is saying that add-on is broken, you are saying that it's true, right?
Yeah. Range has been broken. The fact that they increased the travel speed, is an even more reason for it's absolutely broken.
So if you are saying that the add-on is broken, means that they need a nerf.
Yep.
Okay. No, because you know that there are so many people that they live in Matrix. And they don't see that. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted I wanted your opinion.
Yeah, I say a lot.
You are the nurse main, so it's like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I say a lot on stream, because I get nurse mains that come into my chat and they say, you know, like, man, what the fuck? You know, you saying this, you're gonna get her nerfed. This is all you. This is your fault. And I say, like, no. I think if you sit here and you think nurse is not gonna get a nerf, everything's fine, I think it's you're like an emu burying your head in the sand, you know? You're just ignoring everything that's happening and you refuse to think about it logically. But if so many people are complaining about something, if something has so little counterplay, if something is not even difficult to play, that's when it gets to a point where, okay, this is gonna get removed. Because if there are people that are not very good at nurse that can put on a range add-on and all of a sudden just do really, really well, that's when it's a problem. And that is definitely the case right now.
It's all your fault, they say. No, I mean, I think we need to give so much credit to Alf as well because there are so many narcissists down there, okay, out there. You can say Nyla, you can say Sheno when he was there with the nurse. You can say many, okay? I'm not saying that Alf is the only one nurse and main nurse because he's not. There are so many people that they play really good nurse. Yep. But Alf, when he's open streaming, he's always playing nurse and he's doing a streak and when you're talking about NARS, you always you're gonna think about Alf. Okay, so I think what he's saying, it has so much credit. So that's why I wanted to know his opinion, and it's good that he say yes when it's yes, no like well maybe could be, no yes. Okay, so that's really good, because I mean if someone is like Alf is saying, if someone is thinking that everything is fine and nothing is gonna happen, bro, you living in Matrix. I mean, I don't know why.
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
I mean no, because this one cannot. I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna take. 1, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years. I don't know. I hope faster than slower, no, but or faster than too like late. But cancel Alf subscription. But I think it's a fact that NARS right now, because of that add-on, okay, don't get me wrong, because of this kind of add-ons, is broken.
Yep.
And that's it. And it's a fact. And I mean, it's not that bad. You can still play the add-on. I mean, it's there in the game, guys. You can do it, but it's broken. Okay, it's broken.
I mean, I think a lot of people go too far as well. They say, you know, Nurse has no counterplay as a base killer. She's broken.
No,
I don't
that
agree.
one exactly,
Range,
because now
yes.
we are talking about add-ons, not about the Nurse.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
my chat knows I love to play against Nurses.
Me too.
But
yeah.
when it's a Omega Blink, bro, you don't have many. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have counterplay, but it's almost impossible to do what or to look that Nurse when she's just running the normal add-ons. How you call the add-ons? The green and the yellow. You recharge faster. Double recharge. So and you can feel it when you're running when you are playing against that Nurse than when you're playing against the range add-on. I mean, it's totally different, the gameplay.
The travel speed in Chase makes it so much worse.
Exactly. That's the point. Because it's not just the distance, it's that it's faster.
So before, for example, before, range add-ons have always been Nurse's best add-ons. Always. You just get so much map pressure, you can hold so much down. The survivors have to be aware of what's happening 24/7 because they can give you free hits, right? Mm-hmm. And they just took it. So what the trade-off was before is you can hold more map pressure, but you're worse in Chase. And then they gave this travel speed, and it just changed everything. You're better in Chase, and you hold insane map pressure, you know? They were just took an add-on which had like a very reasonable trade-off, and then just went, all right, well, we just gave it everything. And now it's the best add-on with no downside, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah, but because we need to remember, and we said already that this add-on was already there. But since, and I don't know who discovered that with that add-on you teleport faster. I don't know how they discovered that. But the people start spamming that, and it's when the problem became.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's very clear to see when everybody started complaining was when that happened.
Because you always have, and Alf in your chat for sure they come in. You always will have people who is complaining about everything, and now we are talking about Nurse. They will always complain about Nurse. We cannot counter her because she's trespassing the structures. We cannot stun her because maybe you should learn a little bit more how to play against Nurse, and then you talk, you know? Because or even, I mean, I'm not saying just the people who has experience they can talk. No, don't get me wrong, okay? Because you bought your game, it's yours, and you can have any opinion, but try to do your opinions like strong. I mean, and with common sense, you know, because you cannot complain for everything. All right, Nars is true that it's not like the other killers that she can trespass structures and everything. But honestly, when you learning to play against Nars, okay, and I'm not the best survivor, but I think I have gameplays and clips and everything. That I'm doing so much like amazing chases against Narcissus and no bad ones, and it's so the feeling is so nice, and I think you are with me in this one, Alf.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you are in, for example, the situation that you are in a rock, that let's not say in a corner, okay? Let's say in a rock, and then you see that the nurse is trying to do the teleport, but you wait in that second to see the direction and then you change it. This one is so nice, in my opinion.
Yep.
In my opinion, it's really good. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm playing. I think we relate a lot, because I was playing Survivor the other day with 2 friends, and we load in, we hit the blinks, and I just go, "Give me her," give me the nurse, give me her, let her chase me. I want to be chased, I want nothing more than the nurse to be on me for this entire game, I love it. It's so much fun.
But because you know all the counters and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
How many? You have almost 7,000 hours. You said the other day or today.
Yep.
How many hours do you think? Because you cannot check that. But how many hours do you think you have in nurse?
It's gotta be 3,000, 3,500. It's gotta be the majority, or like very close to it.
And the rest Survivor with friends.
The rest Swoof or other killers. Yeah. Like for example, I will have like a lot of hours in Billy as well. I used to play a shit ton of Billy.
You said the other day Blight as well, no?
Yeah, I play a little bit of Blight. Not like loads, but I do enjoy Blight. Yeah, he's fun.
Okay. So before we pass to the other question, there are a few more questions about NARS and stuff, but if you, for example, you would like to nerf that add-ons, or you would like to change for a different ones?
Range. If we're talking about range, should be completely reworked. Gone.
Exactly. Okay, reward. So no range at all. So what Alf would do in that add-on, for example?
What I would do? Fucking put it in the bin. Get rid of it. Delete it.
Yeah, I know. But if you need to do instead of range, what you will do? Like, any idea?
There's so many things they could do that like to make it more interesting, right? I don't know if I could just think of something like on the spot, but like it can't be, range just cannot exist in the game. The people that are saying as well, like, oh, just make it so that there's a range add-on and a travel speed add-on, No. This has been in the game before and it didn't work. I think there's so many other things that you could have that would make more sense. Like, I don't know, it doesn't even have to be anything big. It could be like, so for example, when Wraith has like an add-on when he comes out of Cloak and hits a survivor, they're mangled or whatever, or they're blind for 30 seconds. It could just be something like that. It doesn't need to be anything huge. It just needs to not be range.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Fair enough. What do you think? That is easy to play with her or no? No. Well,
no.
No. Okay. Why?
So I get a lot of people come into my chat and they're like, oh, nurse is actually easy to pick up, and my response is always the same. I think to play against survivors that don't know how to play against a nurse, it's not difficult.
Exactly.
Of course it's not. It's just like playing Trapper against somebody that doesn't know how to loop. It's not hard at all, right? But as soon as, and there's so many nurses that always go through it, I see it all the time. Somebody that has 100 hours on nurse and they're like, man, I thought I was getting good and I came up against these guys and I just got bodied, As soon as you come up against the first, survive with friends and they all know how to play against nurse, you will feel, before you were playing the power role, the best killer, stomping everyone, and then you come up against these 4 and they will make you feel like you know nothing, nothing at all, and you are the worst killer in the world, and that's just, it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. You'll play against 4 survivors that are very, very good, and it will be very, very difficult. I think a lot of people as well come in and they're like, actually, I think Hillbilly is harder to learn, or I think Blight is harder to learn. And I look at it from this perspective. If somebody has come in and it's their first game of Dead by Daylight ever, they have no knowledge of maps, they have no knowledge of tiles, they have no knowledge of survivor movement speed, nurses movement speed, anything, they are going to get rocked on nurse every single time. With Blight, with Billy, at least they're 115, so they will be able to do something. With nurse, you have no chance. Nothing. I think a lot of people as well will say, oh, nurse is easy to pick up because they already have all of the knowledge of the game, all of the knowledge how nurse works, and that will help you a lot more. You know what I mean? But if you're just picking up nurse for the first time ever, you're going to get rolled. You're just going to get destroyed. In your first game, with no knowledge, nothing, you're going to get destroyed. Because
of the teleport, because you need to guess where the movement from the survivor is going to go, this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you have no muscle memory, you have no idea what the survivor is doing, you have no idea what the tiles are, where the map is, nothing. You need all of these things to play nurse.
It's similar, No, not the same. Understand my point, okay, guys? But for example, it's similar like what's happened with the Spirit. In my opinion, Spirit is one of the most difficult killers to play or to learn at the beginning, because you becoming, yeah, it's true that you become invisible and stuff, but you don't see the survivors. You just need to guess. I mean, it's true that you listen and stuff, the breathing and stuff, but you don't see, so you don't have any vision, right? And I think it's hard to at the beginning to start playing Spirit and use the teleport and when to cut the teleport or where to go with the teleport, you know. But then it's true that Spirit doesn't need many hours to learn how to play with. But at the beginning, I think is one of the most difficult because you don't have any vision from anything.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like Billy, for example. Of course, we are like Billy, in my opinion, is harder than Spirit. But at the beginning, because you don't need, for example, like Nars, you don't need to do any teleport. You just walk. So you will not. So
yeah, you always have. You know what I mean? No? With Billy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Exactly. So you walk. So you will not pass the survivor or that kind of stuff, no? That kind of stuff. I mean, if you're using the chainsaw, then we're talking, no? Because the chainsaw, in my opinion, is hard. It's really hard. But I think you're gonna think the same like me, that Billy is harder than Blight.
For like whipping the chainsaw and
to
stuff?
To play, yeah, or no?
Yeah, no, I think I agree.
Because, for example, with Blight, you can do many things that with Billy, no.
Yeah, I mean, Billy is just a worst killer overall. Like, Billy, always in the game, Billy has had the counter of if every single survivor in the game is just instantly dropping every single pallet, and, you know, like, instantly dropping every single pallet, and we're rushing gens, the killer is going to get rolled. Unless they have very specific add-ons and very specific perks, you know? Like, that's why in comp, people run, you know, low pro trains and, green engravings, etc. You know, because it covers
I wanted to ask you, if not Nars, imagine that Nars doesn't exist in the game. Which other killer you will choose, or you will go for, or Nars was the actually two questions, like which killer you will choose, or if Nars was the what make you be a main killer.
What was the last part? Sorry?
No, I'm saying that if it's not Nars in the game, which killer you will choose, or you will tell me, for example, no, if Nars will not exist in the game,
no.
I will main Survivor, exactly.
No, I had a point when I was on Deity, I think it was, where my Spirit was actually better than my Nurse. So I think the question answers itself. I do really enjoy playing Spirit as well. Like, there's just some knacks to her ability that just I really enjoy. Like, I got coached by some really, really good spirits, you know, like I messaged them my videos and I was like, you know, what can I do to be better? And I put a lot of time into getting better with Spirit. I feel like Spirit's another killer that I could just like bash my head on and then just get better and better and better and better, you know? So I think it probably would be Spirit. With Blight, I feel like there's going to be a cap to your skill, and the same with, you know, Billy and stuff like that. With Spirit, I feel like there's not a skill cap. It's the same as Nurse. You can just carry on getting better and better and better. That's just kind of how she is, you know?
You like teleports, eh?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there are different kind of teleports, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Spirit. What do you see in Spirit? Like, because you said just now that you were playing that once your Spirit was better than Nars. Yep. What do you see in Spirit? Like, wow, I really like her. The feeling when you teleport and then you catch the survivor or something.
It's predicting what the survivors are doing. It's using all the information that you have to try and work things out. It's sometimes saying as well, like, it's like the problem-solving thing. It's like with Nurse. So, like, when you blink with Nurse and the survivor cuts LOS, okay, so there's 5 things the survivor can do. This survivor's been doing this in the game, what are they most likely to do? Are they going to do it again? Are they better than that? Are they going to switch it up? And then you just have to figure that all out and then go whatever you think is going to happen, right? With Spirit, I think it's very similar. So, you're phasing on a survivor, all of a sudden, all of the scratch marks are gone. There's no breathing, there's no footsteps. Do I come out straight away? Do I know that the survivor likes to go to edge map? Is there a tile nearby that the survivor might go to? Just that kind of like problem solving thing, I just really enjoy. Like, what are they most likely to do, you know?
Yeah, you will not believe me, but my first killer that I main, it was a Spirit.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, I was playing 24/7 her. Like when I was doing streaming, I was playing Survivor because I never play killer. Okay, now I'm playing killer really often on streaming and stuff. But before I was playing just Survivor on streaming when I was doing Spanish. And offline or off stream, I was playing just Spirit. I mean, if you saw Sammahell is playing DVD, is playing Spirit all the time. I love her, honestly. Kath is saying to you, tell Alpha I love him, and Becky is saying Alf biggest fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kath, where are you, man? Kath, you don't love me anymore like before, That's not good. You are not coming to the events, you are not coming as a killer, you what? Where are you, bro? Where are you, Kath? Huh? Anyways, let's continue. No, I was retired. How old are you, Kath? How old are you, man? He's taking his time. Very old. Come on, man. How old are you, bro? Kath is no more than 20, right? I don't know if you know.
Kaz, I think he's like 17, 18.
Kath, my goodness.
I think 18.
19
now,
bro.
Okay.
Guys, I'm going to go back to UK and I'm gonna teach you how to. Come on, man. I'm 32 and look how I look. Amazing. Are you saying that you are retired? Come on, man. Anyway, Sama, ask him how his astrology degree is going.
So, Kieran's asked that on purpose because astrology is close to the word what I do, but it's astronomy. So, my degree, if you actually want to know, it's going fine.
It's going fine?
Interesting. Yeah. It's all good.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Nice. Later, if you want, guys, you can ask him things, okay? After the podcast, all right? Or I mean, after my questions, always I say to the chat if you want to ask him something, right? So you can ask. The only thing is, don't be little bit cheeky because with Morph happened to me. Okay, because okay, I need to tell you guys, and maybe if I'm telling you this one, then you will start thinking, and then you will make it a joke like that. But I don't care. I'm 32, and I'm old enough to listen. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. But with more, for example, Alf, you are British, and you will understand this one perfectly. I didn't. I mean, I don't get this kind of jokes. Okay. They asked me if I know Mike Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I said, but because I don't know this kind of stuff, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not British. My bad. Okay, so I read it. and like this one, like so many jokes like that. So that's why I'm saying that, guys, please behave yourself if you want to ask something, because I don't want to read this kind of mistakes. Anyway, favorite Survivor.
Favorite Survivor. I mained Nia for a long time, but then I probably switched to like David around Best of the Best. I played David a lot in Best of the Best and Adam. And then right now I think I'm on like Cheryl and Leon. I'm enjoying a lot right now.
Leon? Really?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are surprised when I say Leon because I think the majority of Leons in pubs are really bad, right?
Really bad. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. Leon, you. Okay.
I'm the one Leon that knows what he's doing. It's fun.
Say again? Sorry?
I'm the one Leon player that knows what he's doing.
I know what he's doing. Okay. So, bro, oof. I thought they were in extinction or something like that because my goodness. When I see a Leon in the game, it's like, and I'm playing killer, it's like, okay, I have a focus already. I know to who I need to chase. It's happening as well. The same little bit with Michaela's, right?
Michaela.
When you see a Michaela, it's like, nah, this Survivor is not good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a pity because I love Michaela. Anyway,
she's a nicely designed character. Yeah.
A pity, yeah. But anyways, well, favorite Survivor I said already. Let's talk a little bit about the win streak, okay? You are already 315 wins in a row.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that? I mean, you think that you how you feel about that first?
Yeah, I think I'm a lot more casual about it than everybody expects. I think people come into my stream and they think 315 wins, this guy's like sweating his ass off, tryharding. but like 99% of the games, I'm just talking with chat, you know, vibing, having fun. There's some games where like, you know, we load in on Larry's, we load in on RPD, and then I'm like, okay, I need to lock in, because if these guys are good, then I'm fucked. Yeah. So like, obviously, I don't want to lose the streak. I want a good survivor team to take the streak off me. That will happen when it happens, whenever it does. Hopefully, it's not a stream snipe. Hopefully, it's just, you know, 4 survivors that happen to be queuing together and they're just very, very good. But we'll see what happens, right? But I play, for the most part, very casually, I think.
Will happen because has to happen. I mean, it's not possible that you will get in like 9,999 wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let's see. How many you think you're gonna get? I mean, or better, the question is, you thought that you will get the wins that you have right now, or you thought that you will get less?
My goal, so I had a personal best before. I don't know if you remember, Summer. Yeah, 194.
194, exactly. Yeah.
That was about a year ago, a year and a half. And it was what really gave me my break on Twitch. I got a lot of viewers, and it got me to around partner. And then I just carried on going from there. And I came back to Twitch, and I was like, okay, I want to do something interesting. And I was like, okay, I'll do a streak, and I'll make a video off of it, and I'll advertise my Twitch, and that's how I'll, you know, come back to Twitch. And my original goal was 60 or 70 wins. You know, something like that. Something nice amount for a video, and we'll just do that. But, yeah. About 100 games in, the first 100, I was just using, for the most part, double recharge. The same build, but double recharge. And then it got to, actually, range is insane. So, let's just push range. Like, after 100 wins, we just push range. And I think it's either going to be a snipe. I'm either going to play the worst game of my life. That's how I lose. It's going to be a terrible map. That could be a way I lose. Or it's a stream snipe.
Or it's a hacker.
Yeah, I guess. Those are like the 3 ways. Until range is nerfed, those are the 3 ways I can see me losing. Because I think that's the real skill of a streak. It's not necessarily... Because it's not hard to 4K the majority of your games in public. I'm sure you do, Summer, on most killers, you know? But,
I mean, yes and no. I mean, well, yes. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
The difficult thing is being consistent. Exactly. Never dropping the ball. Never getting a moment where... Because, for example, I'm sure you saw when Geordie Rex lost his streak, right? He was just... He got to 212 wins in a row with Huntress. And he was just chilling, talking to chat. And then all of a sudden, 3 gens pop, and he's like, oh shit. And by that point, it's too late, you know? So you can never let it get to that point where you're caught off guard and all of a sudden you're fucked, you know?
I have a question. Do you think that is gonna be, or since the update is easier for you, the streak, because they add, they removed that hard, they add 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's easier. Yeah. For sure. But like, I think the fact that it's easier, I think that just it's even more likely that Nurse is gonna get a nerf, you know? Because I think she's just overperforming across the board right now. That's the way I look at it.
All right. How many you think you're gonna get it? I mean, I know it's impossible to guess, but I'm just saying, like, how many Alf is like, bro, I feel that strong that I can do 500 or 1,000 or I don't know. I mean, just whatever you think.
It's a thing that I face like a lot as well. I don't know if personally I want to carry on the streak because I just do the same thing every single time I stream, you know? And eventually that gets boring. And I don't want to be limited on what I want to do with content and videos if I am just, you know, just doing the streak every single time. But people enjoy it. It gets good viewers. So, and, you know, we'll see what it can get to. I think until range is nerfed, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to lose. If you want me to give you a prediction on when I'll lose it, maybe...
I mean, if you want, then you don't need to. It's just...
420. How about
that? So 105 more. Okay. So remember that number, chat? Remember that number because I'll be there. The 420. I'll be there. Okay. It's actually I admit I admire you in this kind of point because it's not easy to do a win streak. I mean, you need to have the mental really strong. By the way, thank you so much for the follows, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for being here. You have an amazing community, Alf, and you deserve it. Actually, I always said to you. I mean, you are coming to my chat really, like, even when I was doing it in Spanish. You remember?
Yep.
And I always said to you, bro, that when you starting growing and growing and growing, and it's like subs and more subs in YouTube and stuff, and views and views and views, I always said to you the same, like, you deserve it. I'm so happy for you. I really do, bro. I really do, because sometimes I don't like to talk much in the streamings. No, because of I mean, it's just because I prefer to watch, but so many times I prefer to don't talk. But in yours I feel good. Morph is happening the same. I talk too much as well. But in others I prefer just to watch, not to look. But in yours, man, I can tell you, and I'm not saying this one because you are here and because you're part of community is here as well, no? But you have an insane community, man. Really, like, no, you can read, and sorry to cut you, but you can read your chat and nobody's saying anything like louder. You know my point. I mean, it's just chat, but nobody's saying like anything like kind of toxic, negative. Like, everything is chill, man.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's just, really chill. Because I feel like a lot of people as well, they come in and they expect to see, this super sweaty dickhead. But like when they come in and they realize that I'm just, having fun, playing, talking to chat, people gain a little bit. But, they're not as angry. You know what I mean? But like, for example, everyone in this chat now that will come in and just be in on the stream in the first 10 seconds. You could be having and I'm sure you're the same, Samma. You could be having the worst day of your life, and you can go live, and as soon as you see, for me, Daniel, Kieran, November, Raina, all of these people, Shay, that just come into the chat straight away, and they're talking, they're like, oh my god, Alf, you're live, whatever, it's such an amazing feeling. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, of course, I mean, with difference, of course, I'm so happy with my community, of course, but you moving numbers that I think I will never do. But anyways, I mean,
I can see it. Look at your TikTok, bro.
Well, my TikTok, yeah. Well, I have, guys, if you don't know, I have a TikTok that is with 7,600,000 views. But it's just TikTok, man. I mean, it's TikTok. The point is, it's just they watching and they pass, they watching, they pass. They don't really care, But on Twitch, you make more community. Your community is there. I'm so happy with my community, of course, and I wish I said before. I mean, I wish one day I will have. I don't know. You having how many you have more normally? Like 900, 1,000, 700, 8,000.
Yeah, recently, kind of numbers, like the past 5 streams or something, it's been crazy. It's been like 900,000. Yeah, the highest I've ever had it.
I wish one day have like 300, bro, or something like that. In Spanish, I was having 200, 150, but then since I changed to English, it's harder. Because there are more people doing the same stuff like you. But anyway, I'm happy, bro. I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I'm so happy with my community, and that's my answer to you. Like you saying, like for sure, Sama, you know what I'm talking about. When I'm open and I say Diltoya, Hotmaster, I don't know, Adri, Ayu, Erika, everyone there, Coco, Natalia, Zippy. I mean, I'm so happy, and it's true. I mean, you can, and it's what I'm saying about Twitch. And this one I'm not saying to look nice, eh? No, it's because it's the truth. When you are a streamer, and you press the button to go live, you need to make sure as a streamer that your community is having fun. Because everyone will have problems. And they come into your chat, or to my chat, or to your chat, Alf. Yep. Of course, we can have a bad day and we are human beings and we cannot be all the time smiling, okay? Yep. But we need to make sure that at least even if we have a bad day, the people who is in the chat and they having as well a bad day, we need to make sure that they forget a little bit about bad day being in our chat. So I think this is the most important thing as a streamer. Doesn't matter your skill, doesn't matter the game, it's more the person.
Yep.
Of course, some people, most of the people, but there will be always a little bit percent or group of people that they will watch you just because of the game. And if you playing Minecraft, for example, they will not be there. But
yep.
When it's like you said, the names that you said, when you open and you see your people, it's amazing. It's amazing. Yep. It's amazing.
For sure.
It's amazing. And that's why, because your content and stuff, Minecraft, because of your content and stuff, you deserve what you have in, man. Have you got? You were scared? No. You are agree and bro and say proud, because it's nothing wrong to say, like if Alf is saying now in this chat, and I please say it, like I have what I have because I deserve and because I work hard. Say it, Alf.
I worked very hard. I say all the time, especially with YouTube, I don't think I've ever wanted anything more in my life. You know, I worked very, very hard, but I would have nothing if it wasn't for the people around me. You know what I mean?
Of course. I mean, the people is the base of the streaming, but they are there as well because of you, Alf. And because of what you're doing. No?
I agree, but I don't feel like I'm in a situation to say I deserve everything, you know?
Oh, yeah, okay, I don't push you much, man. I don't push you. Okay, well, guys, I said, he has what he deserves, guys. So I'm so happy that people like you guys, you are supporting this kind of amazing human being, okay?
With everyone that supports Sammahell, of course.
No. My time will arrive, and if it doesn't arrive, I'll try. I will never say. Nobody will say that I didn't try, because not so many people understand how it's been nice in Spanish, and then with the partner I'm talking, Alf. Like one day said I changed to English from zero. I start from zero.
Yeah, it's a big leap.
And let's see. So, bro, listen, I try, and if I don't get there, I try, bro, and nobody will say to me that I didn't.
It's a big leap, for sure.
No, but anyway, doesn't matter. You know, I'm so happy that I changed, even if I knew you before. I'm so happy because the change to English, I had the more opportunity to meet you more, to know you more, to know hands, and to do this kind of podcast and stuff. So I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy. Even if the numbers, they are not like crazy, but maybe one day, let's see. I'm working hard for that. Yep. But Alf has what he deserves. Okay, Alf?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, let's continue. Do you feel strong to continue the streak? We said already. I want your opinion about... guys, I'm like that. I'm Spanish, you know? I say what I'm thinking. Let's go. And if I like this guy, I say I like Alf. Whatever. Opinion about the updates, Alf. What do you think? You don't like? The other day you said you like, but I want to go a little bit more deep because it's your podcast, so I want your opinion.
To be honest, it completely revitalized the game for me. I had so little hours. You know, you see on Steam your hours past 2 weeks. I recorded, I streamed, I got off DBD. Now I'm playing DBD like 8, 10, 12 hours a day, every day. I don't know. I'm really enjoying myself. Survivor and Killer. It's the first big change that we've seen in DBD for like what's coming game and game in how long, you know? So long. In so long, you know, it's not 4 dead hards every single game. It's not 4 decisive strikes. There's variety, you know? And people are testing stuff out, and I enjoy it so much more. I really enjoy it.
I mean, I can answer to you since 2016.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
So since 2016, it's like that. So I mean, 6 years, because David came in 2016 as well. So
was he?
So
no, he wasn't. He was 2017.
Well, 17. So okay, so from 17. So, but the thing is, and I asked this one to many killers as well, like, why the problem with Death Hard, it was just like few months ago, and because Death Hard was there since 2017. Joder, my hair, what the fuck? Since 2017. And the people, people was complaining, killers they were complaining about Death Hard and stuff, but the huge complaint, like a global one, it came just this year, or since they put the validation, no?
I mean, yeah. Well, Dead Hard has always been The thing is with that, I made this point on the Trio podcast, but I'll make it again for people who didn't see that. That's the thing with a game like this, is it's a growing community, it's a learning community, and when everybody learns how to use something, that's when something becomes a problem. Dead Hard was always good, but the vast majority of players didn't know how to use it properly. People weren't using it for distance, they were using it to 360, or just try and use it last second, not looking behind them. But it got to the point where people that didn't know how to play the game very well, everybody knew how to dead hard for a pallet, dead hard for a window, dead hard a doctor's shock or whatever. You know, it's a growing community, and they eventually got to the point where everybody knew how to use dead hard efficiently and properly, or the vast majority of people did. Even if they didn't know how to loop properly, they knew, okay, I can dead hard and I can get to this pallet. You know, the Meg that's not looking behind her knew that. You know, and when it gets to that point, that's when it becomes a problem, because everybody is running dead hard. Every game, 4 dead hards, dead harding to a pallet, dead harding to a window, and that's when it becomes the problem, you know?
And it's becoming boring.
Yeah, of
and
course. Yeah, facing,
as well.
yeah. Because you just see every single chase, you just wait it out, because every single person has it, you know? At least now it's different. So, you know, I see a life, I see a sprint burst, I see a balance landing, I see a smash hit. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, if you have one exhaustion perk that is just so much better than every other one, it's you're not gonna see variety ever, right?
I mean, I think it's the point, no? Like, we can see variety and stuff, because before it's like what you were saying, like 4 dead hearts for DS, then borrow times, but always everyone was running the same. I mean, you went into the game and you knew that everyone is gonna run. At least 1 or 2, 3 people, they were running the same.
Yep.
So, don't you think? Because you said that you like as well Survivor. Have you played solo queue?
Yeah, I have.
And you enjoyed solo queue?
I would never choose to play solo queue.
So you don't enjoy solo queue?
I think, yeah, I would play 1 or 2 games of solo queue, and then I would message everyone that I know on planet Earth to try and play with me, so I don't have to play solo queue, you know? It's pretty horrendous.
Yeah, because solo queue right now, I mean, solo queue was always a problem.
The thing is
always no. Because I remember 2016, 17, I enjoy solo queue. But now it's really hard.
I think around 2018 or 2019, I think the main problem is the tier of players that play solo queue and the tier of players that are just always in a swoof is so different, you know? I think everybody that is very good at the game, for the most part, when they play, they're in a survival with friends. So that when you're picking your random mates, they're not as good, you know, the pool that you're picking from. That's what it tends to be. And I'm not like shitting on anyone that plays solo queue, because you might be the anomaly, but the vast majority of people that play solo queue, they're just learning the game, having fun, they just want to play, you know? And that's just how it is. The people that are very good at the game, when they play Survivor, more often than not, they're going to be with their friends. So you're not picking from...
Well, I mean, yes and no, Alf, because you need to understand as well that we are some streamers that we don't play all the time.
Yep.
Premade or survive with friends. I mean, I like to do sometimes streaming as a solo queue, because I don't want to be playing all the time. I mean, I understand your point, and I think it's fair, and I think it's right that most of the people, and even more if you have more experience in the game and stuff, you're gonna play with friends. But if you are a streamer as well, sometimes you need to play as well solo queue, because...
Yeah, but I agree with you, but I would place you in the, like, you know, you are in like maybe the 1% of players that is a good solo queue player. Like, the vast majority
I'm not saying
of
I'm good, but yeah, I know what I'm doing. Let's say like that.
I think a lot of solo queue players just want to, you know, go in, get chased, die. They don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, and I think before all of this hit and run meta came about, where it's like, okay, I'm never going to take a chase for longer than 20 seconds. You could carry most solo queue games. I could just run towards the killer and be like, yep, chase me, hello. You know, run the killer for a while, my mates will do gens, and then we're fine. But as soon as they stopped, this meta came in where it was like, okay, I'll take a pallet and leave, or I'll take a tag and leave, then solo queue becomes a lot more boring. Because as soon as the killer realizes that you're the problem, you know, and they can
It's
just
gonna
tunnel
ignore.
a Claudette with 50 hours instead, then they'll do that.
Exactly. That's the point. And we were talking this one the other day. That's the principal problem in solo queue. And it's actually normal that the killer is gonna do this one, because if he wants to win, he's gonna do that. And I explain myself. You going into a role, you're playing solo queue, okay? And you go into the lobby, and you have, or for example, me that I'm playing solo queue, 7,000 hours. My teammates, they have 300, and the killer is having 4,000. What do you think is gonna happen?
Yep. Sadly, the balancing of the hours on the team, it can't accommodate. Because the killer just finds the person that he thinks is the weakest and gets rid of them. And then you can't really do a 3v1 in this game if the killer knows what they're doing. It's just a 3v1 if the killer has an idea of how to hold a 3-gen, how to pressure gens, how to, you know, constantly down quickly or anything, then you just sort of have no chance.
Do you think the HUD is important? I mean, you know that they were talking, or there is on Twitter one post or one picture. It's running on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen, but
the one from Leonek.
Yeah, the Leo. Yeah, but that there is like in the HUD you will see what the survivor is doing in that moment. Okay, it's basically giving you info.
So you played VHS, right, Summer?
Yeah, I play.
I think it should anything
since the open beta, since the early access, I didn't, but I played before a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. What a wonderful solo queue experience VHS is, right?
So,
no?
I mean, yes, but sometimes no. I mean,
sometimes
most of the time.
No, but if they have any idea on how to use pings, I know what everyone is doing.
Totally.
I know where
100%.
everyone is.
100%.
GBD should be like that. You should buff. So I mean, people have said this is the dawn of time. Buff the hell out of solo queue, and then nerf or buff killer accordingly. You know.
And it's actually it's not gonna be the same like in VHS, because in VHS the pings normally are if the survivor is being chased, you know, you pinging as a survivor, the one who is in chase. Please, I'm going there because I need help. And then in another moment, one is pinging as well. Like, okay, I'm going there with a weapon. I'm waiting for you, and then I kill the killer. But this one is not gonna happen in DVD. I mean, doesn't matter, because I think some people they are afraid. Main killers, they're especially afraid about that. About the in solo queue, you can get more info that you should in these years. Or I mean, you should know that you used to in these years.
I mean,
that is nothing. But because it's gonna make a stronger solo queue, and they think that it's gonna be harder for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're not thinking of the future. If they buffed solo queue to the level of Survive with Friends, or close to it, maybe, just not Survive with Friends, but somewhat close, then behavior is statistics orientated. They nerf, they buff because of statistics. So if they buff solo queue and it is hell on earth for killer and nobody can get a 4K, whatever, then obviously survivors across the board will get nerfed. Or the killer across the board will get buffed. There might be a period of time where you're struggling and it's difficult, but it would never last long. A few months. So you need to, that's how a game like this is going to work. They need to do things and then they need to react to them. That's how it is. And solo queues needed to be buffed for so long. So long.
But you think the pings, they're going to be the solution? Because they say in the chat that maybe they don't want this one because it's going to remove some of the horror aspects.
So that's the POV of like it removing jump scares and stuff, like it being, I get it. But what if we did like a Kindred or something? You know, just basic hit Kindred. And it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Honest is saying. Let's be honest. I mean, when you have, in my case, 7,000, Alf 7,000, but when you have 1,000 hours, when do you get scared in this game? No anymore. I mean, if I hear the terror radios from the killer, I'm even happy because I wanna get chased.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
now, can I ask you something? Actually, one thing I've noticed is I used to be before. I don't know how you are, but like before I played DVD with horror movies, jump scares and stuff, I used to be like the most scared kid in the world, you know? I hated horror movies, everything. I played DVD for 7,000 hours. I could be watching the most horrible horror movie, scary horror movie ever. I don't even react. I have no jump, nothing.
Look, I have a story about this. If you let me to say it. It's
Yeah,
not that it's not really long. When I was 10 years old, I loved horror movies, okay? Aliens, everything. I don't know why. Well, let's continue like in the other way. They were saying in the TV that you remember Independence Day, no, from Will Smith.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. The aliens, they do an invasion, blah blah blah, no? Okay, so I was so hyped to watch the movie. Okay? And I couldn't wait until Sunday to watch the movie. The Sunday arrived. This one happened to me 10 years old. And I started watching the movie and I was so hyped. And I don't know, somehow I got scared. Okay? That scared that I couldn't even control myself. And that was the first episode. And I'm saying episode because there were episodes. I mean, like, if I watch something scared, like scary, I couldn't stop. Like I was like a panic attack. Like I needed to vomit because I was so nervous and stuff. This one continue. I was 1 year like that, just 1 year, but it was the worst year in my life, or one of the worst. I don't know why. My father was, or my parents, they were watching a movie, a police, like with the police, no? And they were shooting and stuff, and I was hiding from my room because I needed to sleep to go to the school next day. I start with another episode like that. One day, we went for I don't know how it's in English, this one. When you go into the school to one village, you know, you go into the bus and blah, blah, blah. In Spanish, it's excursión. I don't know how it's in English.
You go to a village?
He's saying the same. You know when you are in the school and they say, tomorrow we're gonna go to this village because
a school trip. A trip.
School trip,
yeah.
Let's say, yeah. They put Matrix. And I got scared with Matrix. Okay? In the bus, they put Matrix.
Yeah.
Matrix. I mean, Matrix. Not scary at all. But anyway, I was in that year. So one day, I got scared. And one day, I was walking with my parents. And I saw the Matrix poster. Okay? I got an episode, bro. So I was like this for 1 year. So I understand your point. I mean, when you're saying that you were scary about everything, blah, blah. So I was like that. And then suddenly, I don't know why, I went to the psychology one like 3-4 times. And suddenly one day I was watching Lord of the Rings. Nothing happened. And then I became like everything was fine. It was just 1 year, but it was horrible. So yeah. I don't get scared anymore about anything since that. No, because I'm playing DVD.
For me, I swear DVD just trained me. I just don't react. I don't get scared to anything anymore. Like no jump scares, nothing. I don't jump. It's funny.
I mean, jump scares. I mean, if you don't expect that, so maybe you can jump, no? Like because, for example, did you play? You need to try it, bro. I mean, I don't know if you like horror games. No DVD. I mean, horror games, like proper horror games. I don't know if you like you know like these kind of games, like for example, Amnesia or. Or for example, I recommend you one that is called that I want to play because it's coming in August, so that's why I recommend you to play just in case. If you like it, if you don't like it, no. Is Mortuary Assistant.
Okay.
Bro. I didn't suffer more in 20 years, bro. The atmosphere, is so scary, that game. Okay?
Interesting.
Because it's not just because they do jump scares, but also is the atmosphere, because you're feeling like something is gonna happen in any moment, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's so good. And you have the demo, I don't know how you pronounce it in English properly, on Steam. So it's free, but in August it's coming. Actually on Tuesday, next Tuesday is coming the full game. So if you want to try it, try. But seriously.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Boof. Well, let's continue with the update because Survivor, solo queue and stuff. Well, I hope you are having fun. I don't want you to.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. DS and Dead Hard. Do you think that they should put back? Dead Hard, no, for sure.
No,
DS,
Dead Hard's fine. No. DS. I don't know. Maybe if it was 5 seconds, Blind Spirit. And 3 seconds every other killer would make more sense.
I don't think so. They will do that.
I don't think they would either. But this game has always been something that needs to be balanced dynamically, and they've never done it. But for example, Billy, if they said, okay, in Iridescent, Billy has no cooldown, no burnout, but every other rank he has burnout, he would be the most balanced killer in the game, no? And they buffed his add-ons a little bit. He would be the most balanced killer in the entire game, but they would never do that. And it's the same with DS. I feel like DS is 3 seconds is shit on 3 killers, Blight Nurse Spirit, and it's fine on almost every other killer, no?
I think in most of them. You know that I'm playing Sadako a lot. They use on me DS. And bro, I don't know if maybe they are bad survivors. I don't know. Or maybe it's because where they use DS, they don't have anything around, any structure or something. But even with Sadako, bro, I catch them in 10 seconds. I mean, 3 seconds?
Yeah.
I think they should put or 4 seconds or go back.
4 seconds? Yeah, 4 seconds is probably a nice middle ground,
But 3 is nothing, man. I mean...
Yeah, 3 is. Yeah, nothing.
Because 1.5 is already when you are falling to the floor.
Yep.
And then you have 1.5 to move, and is when the killer is losing the stun.
Yep.
So I think it's, for example, Proof. You said the other day, but I want you to, because it's your podcast. Proof nothing, no? They should keep it like that.
Yeah, I think Proof is fine. Especially with the 90-second gens, I don't see a problem with it right now.
90 seconds is nice. Or you would like to go back to 80?
I think it's fine right now. I think the main problem is so right now obviously killers are a little bit overtuned, and I think the main reason in my eyes is because every killer that was running barbecue before now just has another slowdown. And I think maybe they didn't expect that. Maybe they expected another information perk to take its place, or people would carry on running barbecue because they like it. But for me, every stream I go into, everybody that used to run barbecue for blood points, gone. Corrupt, Deadlock, Tanner. It's just another slowdown, right? And yeah, it's interesting. I feel like killer's a little bit overtuned. I think the 90-second gens are fine. I just imagine killer overall will get some nerfs, maybe on specific perks, Thanatophobia, stuff like that.
I mean, because in my opinion, I like the update, but if we talk a little bit about survivors, it's like because now the people is saying that it's much easier to play as a killer. You said that it's easier now playing as a killer and stuff, but I don't think it's the proper word. I mean, it's easier than before, but not like now you're gonna kill all the time. I think, in my opinion, it's more chill as a killer because you have more time to do things. And I think it's harder to play as a survivor because they basically nerf 2 or 3 really important perks.
Yep.
And also because you as a survivor, you have less time to do the things that you did like you were doing before. And I'm not talking about gens. I'm talking about when the killer is hitting you, you get less distance. When the killer is hitting you, the killer needs less time to recover from the hit, so the chase is gonna start or is gonna go back or start again faster than before. Now you don't have Death Hard. DS is 3 seconds, and also after when you finish the last gen, you don't have anything to defend yourself anymore. So And I want to ask you, like, do you think the people who is complaining a lot, because you know that so many survivors are complaining since the updates, no, because they removed the Death Heart. Okay. I mean, I totally understand. You are playing almost 6 years with Death Heart. And it's totally understandable that it's hard for you to remove from your build that perk, because it's, even if you're running now, that perk is not the same like before. But I think the survivors, they should, instead of complain, I mean, you can complain because you are playing this game and stuff. No, it's your game and you have the right to complain if you don't like something.
Yep.
But I think instead of be really like, this game is no good that before, you should adapt.
Yeah.
The game is right now like this, so just adapt. I mean, I know it's gonna be maybe harder in some situations than before, but you need to adapt. We need to evolve. The game evolve. I mean, cannot stay the same.
There's
like
a
always.
sticking point for anyone where it's like, oh, you removed that hard, fuck this, or like, oh, they removed that hard, this game is broken, it's the end of the world. Then that says a lot more about you, I think, you know, than anything. And there are some people that like that, which is like, it's very interesting that, you know, one perk is taken away and your entire world is coming down, you know? It was like Killers when Ruin got nerfed, you know, from red skill checks. But you look at it now it,
exactly, since they changed Ruin, I'm sorry to cut you, Ruin was, I mean, before this nerf, I'm saying, Ruin was better than the previous one, man. So I don't know. I mean, I think the people is scared about the changes. And
nobody,
something,
like, it's a natural thing, right? Humans don't like change, so I get it. When things change, you're like out on your ass and you need to relearn everything, you know. I get it.
Well, maybe because I'm never afraid. I was never afraid about changes. I mean, you know that. So I went to Italy alone.
Yeah.
I went to UK alone. I changed my everything on Twitch. So I think this one is good. I mean, it's totally understandable that some people they don't like the changes. For example, Natalie is saying poor Death Heart now. But you need to adapt and you need to evolve. I mean, the game needed something, and the game, in my opinion, I don't know what Alp is thinking, but I think the game needs still more changes.
Yeah.
Because you need to understand, guys, that you are playing 6 years with the same mechanics.
Yep.
Nothing changed. I mean, yeah, they changed the perk. Okay. But you're going into their game. What you need to do? Gen, open the gate, drop the pallet to defend from the killer, loop one structure, open the gate and leave.
Yep.
You are doing this 160 and the killer's the same. Control the gens, try to control one area if you want, not from the beginning, but 3 gen, try to protect these gens, this area, blah blah blah. If the survivor is going to really far away from me, or really far away from one gen that I want to defend, I'm not chasing. It's exactly the same all the time. The thing is now, finally, well, in some point, I mean, like with some killers, no, because for example Sadako doesn't have that thing, but they add in like anti-loop powers.
Yep.
It's another thing that the main survivors, they were complaining a lot. No, yeah, because I cannot loop this killer, man. But what you want, like you want to play all the time against Trapper without traps, and be easier for. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, some people want it as easy as possible. I get it, you know, and I say that as a nurse, man, you know.
He's saying this one, a person who doesn't care about anything, like he's playing one killer that doesn't care about any structure or whatever. No, but I mean, at least you understand. You get my point, no? Like. We need to. I understand that some people maybe they don't like the changes and stuff, but we need to adapt, guys. I mean, it's harder to play as a survivor right now. It's actually, and sometimes it's really boring.
Yep.
And I wanted to ask you, because as a main killer, why do you think that the killer they are playing like that now? Like, because they are playing more tryhard than before, and you cannot say no about this. I mean, it's normal because it's easier for them, because no Death Heart, no DS, so I'm gonna kill them easier than before, no? But why the mentality is like, okay, they made an update, like more chill for killers, so I'm gonna play more chill and I'm gonna...
It's backwards, isn't it? It's so weird. It's like... The thing is naturally, as like humans, we're pitted against each other, right? Survivor
Exactly.
versus killer, it creates a toxic atmosphere. The only thing I can think is it's people that are angry, like, oh, Dead Heart is gone, so now I'm gonna shit on you all or something. But like, you see how I play on stream, Sama. I'm like chilling, you know. I've never
No,
been
yeah.
like, I've never been like, of really personal and upset and oh, I need to get this 4K or anything. It's not like that. It never has been for me. I see when, for example, last night I was playing with a friend on his stream, and we get a nurse that with range hardcore tunnels me, like nodding their head at me on every single down. They I don't know if they knew who I was or if they just play incredibly, toxic to try and provoke a reaction. But the entire time I'm just kind of like laughing. I'm just like, oh well, whatever, you know. I don't really care. It's not something that's ever bothered me, and after like 7,000 hours of playing this game, everything that I could ever see in this game has happened to me before, you know? So it doesn't bother me as much. But I feel like some killers just have this mentality of like, everyone that's playing Survivor is evil, and I must kill them all, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing for Survivors. Everyone that's playing killer is a dickhead, and I must escape, you know?
Yeah, they think that they have Satan in front of them, you know? Satan in front of them.
Yeah, exactly.
A devil and a demon in front of them. Like, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not all the clicks are because they want to be toxic. Maybe they want chase, or maybe they are. Maybe. I mean, sometimes I do. For example, when I ball a window and it's really close the hit, but they don't hit me, I always turn and I look up and it's like, boof, almost.
Yeah.
But no, the killer is thinking that most of the killers they thinking that, I'm laughing from him. No, man. I mean. You cannot think. You cannot know what the other person in the other behind the other screen is thinking.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you, right? The way that I see it is when a survivor like teabags me or they click at me, they want chase. I don't see it as a toxic thing. I don't see it as a like fuck you. I see it as you want to be chased, and I see it as a challenge. But if you're gonna go out of your way to run after me, and click at me, and teabag me, and I then give you what you want, and you don't run me, then I laugh, you know? I'm like, he wanted chase and he does nothing with it. Then I find it funny. But I would never get angry at someone for trying to take chase, you know? I get it. It's the fun is, everyone that plays this game, I think, or anyone with big hours on this game would agree, the most fun part of Dead by Daylight is the chase. On both sides, killer and survivor.
100%.
Yep.
I mean, is when I'm playing killer is what I'm saying to the chat, no? Like, I don't like to camp and tunnel. I mean, sometimes you need to do it because if you really want to win that game or you really want to kill someone, sometimes you need to camp or tunnel that guy because you know that this guy is dead. And for example, they are repairing really fast, or you are doing a bad game but you want to kill that survivor. You go for it because you. But with and when I don't consider myself as a person that is crying all the time. I mean, sometimes I get angry and sometimes I complain.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I was saying before when I was playing against Standard, that you were in the chat before.
Yep.
I just try to analyze the situation. I mean, I don't understand. And this one is not crying, but for example, when one killer is camping, because we had the situation today, one booba was face camping with 5 gens. So I don't like it and I say it. But this one doesn't mean that I'm crying or I'm you know?
Yep.
I just don't like it. That's it. But okay, it's happened. There are no rules in this game, so everyone can do whatever.
It was AB that got face camped as well, right?
In that game, yes. With an ass, but with Booba was
it's simply, very simply, it will be because he's just high prestige, I imagine. You know, so they want to kill him in the lobby.
Maybe. I don't know.
But, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm stupid. I had something in my mind that I was going to say and it just left.
Man, you are too young to have memory problems, eh?
I know.
No, I mean, you will remember later, don't worry. Something else about the update that you want to say, like for example, or something like you would like to say to see that they didn't fix yet, or for example, like this pair they should, or something about balance. We know that this game is not gonna get a proper balance because it's a 4v1. But something like Alf is thinking, like, or
not necessarily that I want it to change. I can see how survivors think that Starstruck Nurse is very oppressive. I think there is counterplay to Starstruck Nurse, absolutely. And I think you can spread out. I think you can stealth. There's loads of different things you can do to counter it. And I think it also brings up the problem of, okay, so you nerf Starstruck. All of a sudden, I take off Starstruck and Agitation, and my 1 slowdown build turns into 4 slowdowns. What would you rather play against, you know? And I feel like people don't realize that. As soon as you nerf Starstruck and Agitation, the only thing that's going to fill that slot is slowdown perks. So it's an interesting dynamic. But if survivors want Starstruck nerfed, it's fine by me. I don't really care. I just know that... Yeah, I just know that I think if you want Starstruck nerfed and you push for the Starstruck nerf, I feel like the future might not be as bright as you think, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For survivors.
Yeah, I don't think the Distractor is the problem, honestly.
No, neither.
I mean, it's
I
literally
can
that.
see how it feels shitty though to like load into a game and then
It's
everybody
annoying,
dies in 4
but
seconds.
it's not a big deal. I mean, yeah, maybe they should. For example, in my opinion, it's not. I mean, the perk is how it is, and that's it. And if they want to change, they will. But for example, I don't really understand why when you pick up with a Starstruck, I get exposed. Okay, I don't really understand why the countdown, or I mean, when I'm starting losing the expose, is when you hook, because this one is giving it's giving the killer so much time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
yeah,
or
maybe a little bit less time. Yeah.
Exactly, because my God, I mean, against Nars, this is broken. I mean, I'm exposed since you pick up the survivor, and then the progress is starting going down when you hook.
Yep.
So, but I don't think it's a big problem in the game, that perk. Like Star Trek, we cannot say like it's the death hard for the killers.
No, it's not. No. I mean, there's a reason it didn't get nerfed, right? We're in the big perk overhaul. Because clearly it's not overperforming in the stats.
Exactly. I mean, which killers they can get value on that perk? Nars.
Nurse, maybe Deathslinger.
Blight. Well, Blight with the power count down? No.
No,
because it's not...
Yeah,
why you don't do this one with the Nars?
That's what I think they probably will do. But I think the main reason they probably haven't yet is because Blight can get hits without using his ability. Nurse, never.
Nurse,
never.
No. That's
never.
why. Yeah.
Why, like, all of these perks, Devour, Noed, Starstruck, Sloppy Butcher, they're useless for the Nurse. Completely useless if they rework it so every blink hit is a special attack. If they rework it so maybe the first blink hit is a basic, and then the second blink is a special attack, that would be much more healthy, I think.
Yeah, could be. I mean, yes. Yeah, because normally one nurse is not going to hit you without a teleport. No. I mean, if you find her face to face or whatever, she surprise you or something, yeah. But normally the nurse is going to chase you with blinks, not with... So, yeah.
Yep, of course.
Yep. Okay, MMR. You think that exists? You think that is bad? You think that since they changed it's a little bit better? Yeah, mix.
I think the current MMR system that we're in now is pretty good, to be honest. Because, like, if you look at my games, I get matched with hackers all the time. Obviously, hackers win every single game. Every single time I stream like 4 hours. I get 3 to 4 hacker games, sometimes 5 in that time. So, clearly, there is an MMR system that works. On top of that, when I'm checking my lobby, because of course I check the lobby when I'm on such a high streak, I check who's in my game, and to try and get info on like what I'm against, I see 4,000 hours, 5,000 hours, 3,000 hours regularly. Like, this isn't here and there, you know? This is most games, I feel like.
Yeah, but the MMR are no hours. I mean, yes and no, but because some people, they think that because they see the survivors are having 5,000 hours, it's high MMR. I mean, no.
No, yeah, hours means nothing. I agree with you on that. But, like, it's... Because we have nothing else to go off of, like, I don't know how good the Survivor is.
Exactly. You're gonna guess.
It's a somewhat decent indication of how good the survivor is, right?
Exactly,
Typically,
yeah.
if a survivor has 6,000 hours, they're going to be better than a survivor that has 2,000. Typically. But yeah, I think MMR is on. I think it's nowhere near as strict as it used to be, and I think that's a pretty healthy spot because people want to see variety. If you don't cap MMR and you become a high MMR survivor, nurse Blight Spirit, nurse Blight Spirit, nurse Blight Spirit, nurse Blight Spirit. It's all
happened before. With the first MMR, it was crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Plus,
I think it's a mind thing as well, right? If MMR is on, everybody just brings the sweatiest shit possible. And right now we're in a pretty good spot, so people aren't doing that.
And I don't think that one is really good for the game, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
Because if every killer has to play really sweetie, or every survivor has to play really sweetie to win, it's not funny. I mean, it's just a game. Come on. Or like what so many people is saying, like you add like rank system and normal system, or I mean, what they are doing right now, like you say, like you can see variety and stuff is good. Like sometimes you find good survivors, sometimes you find no that good survivors, but for the survivors and also the killer, you find good killers, but you don't find good killer in the next game. You don't find that good killer.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of healthy and like the people can think like they can have still fun playing this game.
Yeah, I think it's in a pretty good spot right now.
So yeah. So this is almost the last questions. Opinion about DVD right now. So you are saying we were talking about the MMR, like you think that it's in a really good spot right now, blah blah. So what's your opinion about DVD update? We talk, but just what Alf is thinking about DVD. Like I'm saying DVD and what is coming to you. Like fun, boring, no?
Look upon the game in a nicer way now than I did in the past 3 years, I think. Like, I am having so much more fun on DBD than I did 3 years ago. You know, in the past 3 years, it's all just, you know, I'm really enjoying DBD. It's a variety. I have something to grind for with Prestige 100 that I'm really enjoying. It's not having to see the same shit that I've seen for the past 3 years. It's on Survivor being presented with new challenges, new perks, new things that I have to counterplay. And things like that. I'm really enjoying it for the most part. But I think it's important to say that when I say I'm really enjoying it, I don't play solo queue for the most part. So you have to take that into account. Because if I was a solo queue Andy, I'm sure I would hate this fucking game right now.
That's the point. Because before because right now it's almost 8 hours streaming. I was playing solo queue and then I play with people, with AB, with followers and stuff. Bro, solo queue, I was like, fucking hate this game. And then I play Premade, but without comms, but anyway, with AB and followers and stuff. And you can see that it's still future for this game, you know, because it's like, you know. But yeah, so basically, Alf, what you are saying is like, 2019, 20, and 21, we should forget, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm sure other people love the game. It was just at that point for me where everything felt so repetitive, and like the only enjoyment I got out of DBD really back then was scrims, comp, watching comp, and I'm sure you were the same, Summer. You were a little bit bored of DBD.
No. Me too.
Yeah, you were a little bit bored of DBD, and then you see, you know, maybe this game isn't everything, but then you see Oracle, Trauma, Soma, Agony, Sinister, all of these teams playing against each other, and you're like, okay, maybe there's something still here for me, you know? And that's what kept the game alive for me for a few more years.
Exactly.
And now the changes have brought it back for me again.
That's what I'm saying, and I would like to talk with you about comp, because I think the best moment in comp is already the past.
Yeah. It could peak again, but we had the BOTB really spiked comp, and then you had a new wave of players, and the scene was much bigger because of BOTB. And I do put how good comp was down to BOTB. That is the reason for me. that comp was so good the past few years. And now that it's been so long since BOTB, yeah, it's fallen off a lot more. People have a lot less interest in comp.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the DVD League, Dead by Esports, they are doing an amazing job.
I'll say, sorry to cut you, I'll say again and again, I have never had such a fun experience with comp than BOTB. People can say the rules were bad, people can say the stream was bad, whatever it was so exciting to be a complete nobody, because nobody knew who the fuck I was. Nobody knew who the fuck anybody was. Like, people knew Odstava, people knew Aaron, and that was like pretty much it, right? And to see the chat, 10,000 viewers waiting for you to play your game, and you're playing against Odstava, you're playing against Aaron, you're playing against all of these big names, you're playing against Agony, you're playing against Oracle, all of these big survivors, and it's so hyped up. We all wanted to win so badly. It was hype
and
for a DBD tournament.
They wanted and they could.
Yeah, hype for a DBD tournament has never matched BOTB. Never even close.
No,
and
it's
it
true.
Probably never will ever again. But maybe we'll see.
And that was the point. I mean, that was the where we started. Like, for example, with that idea from Best of the Best, Spectrum Born. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, so many things came out of BOTB. Dead by Esports, got
Dead
its
by
second
Esports,
win.
DVD League,
Dead by League got a second win.
I mean, so many, and it's true. I mean, if I wanted to, and sorry, I'm talking a little bit about because it's mine, but by Spectrum, I'm so proud. I'm so happy with that. But the idea, it came from BOTB.
Yep. BOTB was massive for comp.
It was really nice. Not just the price. I mean, people was there. Even if people they didn't know about anything about comp, or they didn't even like comp, they were there watching.
Yep.
And so many people now they're gonna tell you, yeah, but in Best of the Best, they were just spirits and nurses. Yeah, okay, but it was a start.
You had to experience it. Looking back on it, I'm sure it looks shit to 99% of people, right? But in the experience, in the moment, amazing.
I log in with a team for that tournament. They didn't call us. But yeah, I tried to be there.
Oh yeah, Phoenix supplied, right? I think I remember.
Yeah, we try. I mean, wasn't Jordi Rex there, but was people, for example, like names that you know.
Jordi played.
Crazy and stuff, and Nakaboy, then Nakaboy, because Phoenix didn't go there, and I don't know if he tried with Cool or something. Then he went with Jordi and stuff.
Yeah,
you know? But Jordi, you remember that game against Agony?
Phenomenal. Sanctum of Wrath.
Okay,
I still remember. Yeah,
bro. You know that if Jordi would camp,
yeah, he would have won.
He will win. And it's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to say like why he didn't camp when it's Jordi. You know?
And then you have people in the chat. The Huntress camping resident sleeper.
Exactly.
It was the most phenomenal, well-played Huntress game I think I've ever seen. You know,
because he's the only one who is having enough balls to play that one with Huntress, bro.
Yeah,
it's like
crazy.
that. There are so many Huntress. Okay, I don't want to say names because for sure I will forget someone. But Jordi Rex, it was the best Huntress in a long period, and he was the only one who had balls to play in any tournament with Huntress. Yep. Because you could see Nars, you could see you could see Spirit, you could see Billy's even. Well, Billy, yeah. But who was playing Huntress in tournaments, bro? Nobody.
Yeah, Jordi was just crazy.
Jordi
I mean,
Rex.
even to this day, he doesn't play. There probably isn't a Huntress that's on Jordi's level, no?
No. Sorry, but no.
Yeah.
Sorry, but no. I mean, there are so many Huntress really good with aim and stuff, but put aim, game sense, and being a cheeky bastard to play like that every time. Everything in like together, just Jordi Rex, bro.
Yep.
and I'm so proud to say that because he's my friend and I know him and I was so happy that he could play that tournament, and because I don't know, I mean, I'm not blaming him, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why he didn't camp that hook, you know, because if he will camp that hook,
I'm sure it keeps him up at night. I'm sure it does, or I'm sure it did at the time, you know, thinking about why. I said I'm sure it kept him up at night, you know, thinking about why he didn't.
I mean, even if they won, even if they will win to Agony in that time, maybe they will lose in the next one. We will never know.
Yep.
But it's just one game. I mean, it's just one more phase. It's not the final. No, I can understand that. For example, maybe he will be a little bit angry because it was the final. But yeah, we can say that if he will be little bit different in that situation, Agony will not won best of the best.
Yeah.
Could change everything. My goodness.
No.
Wow. Insane. So what's your opinion about the comp now? I mean, like, you as a player.
It bores me so much. There's just nothing. I used to love it. And I think maybe it's combined with the level dropping as well as it doesn't have the same teams that used to excite me. I enjoyed watching Eternal Trauma recently because that was close. But when comp is so dominant by one team, it's not fun to watch.
Exactly. That's the point. I mean, I'm so happy for Eternal, Nyla,
yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They deserve to win. They deserve to win every tournament. They're brilliant players. I would do the exact same in the situation. I would be on the, you know, if I could, I would be on the best team possible. I get it.
Of course.
It makes sense.
But if they will give you the opportunity to go back, you will go back. Just for the...
Oh, yeah. Oracle, Agony, Trauma, Soma, watching these titans fight every other week, you know, it was
I still remember my first Spectrum. Agony wasn't there, but it was Oracle. Well, the second Spectrum, we can talk about second Spectrum because it was the one who were, all of them, they were there. It was Jinx, you were playing there, Spectrum 2. It was Agony, it was Sinister, it was Oracle, it was Eternal, it was Eternity, it was Unbroken. You remember Unbroken? Yep. They were all of them, man. And Builda. I mean, get my point as well, Alf. I mean, I never was any. I mean, I'm just a normal streamer trying to do some tournaments, okay? And in that tournament, I've got this kind of teams, bro. I was so proud.
Yeah.
And the level, it was insane. Eternity, when I still remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
It's like I hosted the tourney. I still look back on it now, you know, the finals of that tournament. It's one of my favorite. I guess I'm biased because I hosted it, but it's one of my favorite
your tournament,
matches.
bro. Your tournament.
That's one of my favorite comp matches ever to watch back. Because Eternal, it went down to the last game, yeah? It was Nurse on both sides on Iron... what's it called? Ironworks. Yeah. And Eternal have an amazing Nurse round. Xeno exists. I think he gets maybe 7 stages. It goes on the reverse. Shix has an amazing start, gets a hook on Zong really early. I can still remember it off the top of my head. And then Nigel has a phenomenal chase against Shix. Pulls it right back for Oracle. Shix is a little bit shaken up. He's still in the lead. He still should win. Goes to Xeno. Xeno, phenomenal chase. And then all of a sudden, last gen, bang, 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 typical Oracle style, gone, out, Oracle win. And I was like, wow. It was such a good game.
When you cast in this kind of stuff, it's insane. I mean, it's really good.
It's so hype, yeah.
It's really good. I mean, did you keep it that things?
Did I do? Is it still on Twitch?
No, yeah, or if you recorded or something.
Yeah, it's highlighted on my channel.
My goodness, I didn't keep anything from Spectrum. I feel and I regret so much, man.
Yeah, I did it. I did it literally the week after. I went through and highlighted every single game.
I regret so much, man, because you can imagine that now we make popcorn and we watching this kind of tournaments, man.
Yep.
Insane. Natalia is saying that she doesn't have any idea what we're talking about, but
yeah, it's a very
moments,
specific.
Natalia,
yeah, you need to have been there.
I'm so proud that we could do this kind of stuff, like you with your tournament, me with the Spectrum. I mean, in my opinion, it was, and also I repeat, I'm casting in DVD League. The thing is, I couldn't cast this DVD League because my voice was shit, and I could do just after every streaming, I needed to take pills and stuff because I had so much pain and I was losing the voice and stuff, and I didn't want to cast because when I'm casting, you know how I am. Yeah. Like I get crazy with the rares and stuff. So I couldn't. But they doing an amazing performance. They doing an amazing job. We need to remember, guys, that and I say we, because I'm casting as well and I'm organizing tournaments and stuff. But DVD League stuff and everything they doing for free. Don't forget that. Okay, they don't get paid at all. They just organize or Direwolf with his tournaments and stuff. They do it because they love the game, because they love comp, and because they want to bring back what it was. But the thing is, I hope one day we will, you and me, Alf, we will talk about this. You remember when we were talking like the comp was a little bit go down, and now look where is the comp now? That is in amazing level and stuff. But 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, no, Alf? Comp was insane, guys. Was insane. Was insane. Insane. Was insane. Was best of the best with Supaalf tournament, with Spectrum, my tournament, that I did 4 tournaments. I want to do the 5th one, but comp is not like before. So
TBD League,
Dead by Esports,
Spectrum,
exactly.
my tourney, Russian tourney, Night Fury tourney, everything,
They were insane. It was the best moment. When that I have really good friends in Eternity, and when we're talking about this, it's like I want to cry, bro, because it's so nice. It's so nice, man. It's so nice.
It's good memories for sure.
It's so
we'll
nice.
See. Maybe it will come back. Unlikely, but we'll see, right? Maybe.
The problem what I see now in the comp is like before, they were really enjoying and they were playing to be better and better and better and better. Doesn't matter the price. And now it's just they thinking about the price,
Yeah.
It's like, if it's not a big price, I will not join that tournament. Or
well, it's the rivalry. The rivalry fuels
exactly
everything.
As well. Exactly.
Agony wanted to be Oracle. Oracle wanted to be Agony. Trauma wanted to go, no, I'm the best, It's the rivalry that funded comp, and it's not there anymore. There is no rivalry.
Oh. Exactly. Just the last question, bro. What do you think about our leaks? But we can talk about this.
The leaks
it's a leak already.
Fucking insane.
The leaks.
Oh my god.
What is coming to DVD? I think we have a reason to be hyped, right?
I am so excited. Am I allowed to talk about the leaks specifically or no?
No, of course you are allowed. Bro, they are public on Twitter.
Stranger Things? Oh, I cannot wait. I love Stranger Things. Stranger Things coming back. Everybody that missed out on Stranger Things gets another opportunity. Give me back that map. I cannot wait. I am so excited. I love what's it called? Resident Evil. And that's going to be huge for the player base. Loads of people are going to come in. But I love Stranger Things. It's a huge, huge license. And if they can get a license for everything that happened in Stranger Things 4 and maybe even Stranger Things 5, it will be massive. It will be massive for the game.
You can imagine Vecna.
Bro, don't even talk about it. I am so hyped,
You know that the Mori from Vecna is gonna be the same like Sadako, no?
Yeah, it would be like the lift up into the air, right? Yeah.
Because Sadako doesn't. Yes, but you know that she breaks the legs and the arms in the Mori, so Vecna is doing the same. I don't know if they took example from there. Maybe yes, maybe no.
I doubt it. I've never watched The Ring personally, but that's probably how she kills them in the movies, is I would guess.
No, yeah, of course it is. That's why. The thing is back now, so yeah. It's
Oh,
with
you mean Stranger Things took from...
No, I mean, not saying they took, but maybe they took some
maybe took
ideas.
inspiration. Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying they copy. I'm not saying that. But it's gonna be really similar. The only thing that is different is about the mouth and the eyes. That's it.
Yeah.
Because the rest is exactly the same. I don't know if you have the memory from now. I'm gonna show to the people the Sadako Mori.
I mean, when does Sadako get a Mori off ever anyway? Terrible killer.
but Sadako Mori is like this, guys. Okay, I will not put any. Look, they going up, and now the arms and the leg. You see, and that's it. But Vecna is like that, more or less. So that's why I'm saying that let's see what is happening with the Mori. But yeah, Resident Evil I like. I like, bro. I like West, bro. I mean, it's gonna come at. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna come at the same time. Like now is Resident Evil, and the next PTB is gonna be Stranger Things, or no? Or they gonna be something in the middle?
You kind of just have to take leaks with a pinch of salt, right? Like we don't know for sure that this is real.
Well, I mean, yeah, we don't know.
We'll see.
But
like,
really
I think if it's legit and it actually did get leaked, then I imagine in 4 days they'll go, yep, this is the PTB or whatever, or the stream that's coming up. I don't know what it is. They'll say this is the PTB, and the next DLC, they'll leave a little teaser for Stranger Things, probably. You know.
Okay, so chat, just to finish. Because this guy is, I'm sure that he's tired, he didn't sleep anything, right? He couldn't take a nap, poor guy. If you want to ask him something, guys, in the chat, and then I will read it for him, just because this one is gonna go for YouTube, and obviously people is not gonna see the questions. But if you want to ask him something, all right? Resident Evil is coming on September, yes, but it's coming, I believe. I mean, I don't know the date. But I think it's gonna come second week of August. I think it's coming the PTB. So if we're talking about the second week, should be 9th of August should be the PTB. I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay, but something like that.
Something like that.
When do you think Stranger Things will come back? I mean,
Next
this is
DLC.
a question to Alf.
Surely the next DLC. It's gotta be, right? The DLC after Resident Evil.
Oof.
You think?
Maybe they do Resident Evil, then original one, and then Stranger Things.
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't know.
No shot. I think
okay.
The license is too big. I think they'll throw their structure out the window for Stranger Things. To be honest.
For me, it's better if they bring in all together. I mean, all together, but first Resident Evil and then Stranger Things. For me, it's gonna be amazing, bro.
It would be. Okay, so if they release Resident Evil next and then Stranger Things after, the release of Stranger Things will be the peak player base of DBD all time ever. That's my prediction.
100%. No. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think he's doing the same joke like before. I heard that he's doing astronomy.
Yeah.
And I always wonder how it takes to get. Oh my god, come on, eh? So end of the year, because Resident Evil is in 2 months. No, I mean 2 months. No, Hotmaster. Well,
the PTB will be soon.
PTB will be in 9 days.
The actual release will be like a few months, like a month or something.
9 days, something like that. PTB. All right, so yeah, maybe I will. Why did you oversleep? They say. Because he was really tired.
Set an alarm. I like streaming in the mornings, so I set an alarm, slept for 4 hours, woke up, had an energy drink, and then after the stream, just crashed and just knocked out, to be honest.
Natalia is saying thoughts about Resident Evil new series. I don't know if you watch it.
I've never watched it. I've heard that it's not good though. So I'm going to avoid it. I was tempted to watch it, and then I saw the reviews were like, yeah, this is garbage. You
want to be polite, but you didn't hear that it's not good. You heard worse things, right?
Yeah, I heard that it's terrible.
So that's why. That's why. No, it's not really good. Could be a weird question, but since you switched to PC, did you try open up your console account again recently?
No. I don't even know where the fuck my PlayStation is, bro. I have no idea where that is. It's just in a box somewhere in the garage, you know. I've never been on PlayStation in 2 years.
But did you talk? Okay, so I missed the beginning of the podcast. Hotmaster is saying, but did you talk or ask Supa or Alf what change does he think is suit? No, suit is proper for the NARS.
Yep, take the range add-ons, get rid of them, change them into something else, or just straight away take them out the game. They're stupid, shouldn't exist. It just breaks the consistency of the killer like they had with Spirit before. It makes no sense. And with special attacks, I think you could either go the route of special attacks is everything, and then a few perks are useless on Nurse, which wouldn't be the healthiest for the game, but I wouldn't really care. It's do whatever you want behavior, I guess. But I think the saying of first blink basic attack, second, third blink special attack, I think is fine as well.
Supa, I mean Alf, he just killed the people who is living in Matrix, that they are saying that the NARS is okay. Huh? He just killed them, bro. I mean, he just killed them. Destroy them. I mean. Need to go to sleep, catch Alpha in the morning stream. See ya. Okay, iRoom, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Imagine open up your console account. Lovely memories, I feel like. Yeah, well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe I'll go back on it at some point, but like I have to set it all up and stuff. We'll see.
Opinions on why Narcissus Blink counts as a main attack for Noed, but Blight doesn't. No, but we talked about this one before. But
yeah,
anyway,
this is purely because Nurse is never going to get basic attack regular hit. Blight is because he's 115 movement speed. Nurse should never ever get a hit that is no blink because she's slower than the survivor. That's the only reason.
Exactly, because basically with Blight you can do full W if you don't trust in your power, but Nurse,
yep,
you know, you will never get anyone.
Exactly. Yep.
So I think that's it. Alf,
okay.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Once again.
Thank you for having me.
It's actually good that you came later because like that you have energy. Maybe if you came at
I would have been so tired. Yeah, I would have been so tired.
Okay, Hotmaster is saying wait. Okay, let's see. Let's see the question from Hotmaster. Let's see.
It's got to be a good one, surely.
I mean, Hotmaster is one of the best person in this chat, so.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see. He's from Argentina, by the way.
Oh, interesting. Nice. South American player.
Lovely podcast. Did you like it, November? I'm happy for that. You will have this one on YouTube as well, okay? On Monday maybe, because tomorrow I need to do another 4 or 5 hours because of the time. Because of the hours that they're asking us to do. Because for example, I'm thinking that right now you can mind game an Ars, but her second blink allowed her to correct, like previous Death Heart. Do you think making her only one blink, meaning raising the skill base level, is a good change for her?
Terrible change.
I mean, I don't think that is good. I mean, you will answer it, but
there are loads of people saying. Yeah, there are loads of people saying as well, increase Nurse movement speed, give her one blink. Okay, well, if you're complaining about Pyramid Head, then you're gonna fucking love Nurse, because that's all that will ever be. Is, oh, you're dropping a pallet, blink to the other side, free hit. Oh, you're vaulting a window, blink to the other side, free hit. Oh, you're dropping down, blink to the bottom, free hit. That's all it will be. It will be nothing else. It'll be the most boring gameplay ever.
Yeah, Nurse is gonna wait until you drop one pallet to blink. That's it.
Yep.
Some people, you know that I read, I mean, there are people that they are crazy. They said that NARS should be faster and then don't trespass any structure and on one blink.
Yeah.
I read this one from one guy that, bro, honestly, but he was saying that no, NARS should have one, okay, maybe 2 blinks, but she shouldn't trespass the structures and she should run faster. That's it.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting. We'll see.
Nah, but trespassing, I mean, she needs to, I mean, if you remove that one from NARS.
Yeah, it completely changes the base mechanics, right?
So that's why.
It's interesting, yeah.
But yeah, what they said to like what they say now, like one blink and faster. No, because it's gonna be really boring. I mean, you have an add-on right now like that, that when you hit one survivor, you are running faster and you have just one TP, right? Something like that is.
You can put add-ons to make it like that, but yeah, they're not very good.
No, that's why. But it's just for a Mimi add-on. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, but one blink with the same speed as now.
She would be the worst killer in the game. To juke one blink is not difficult at all. To juke two blinks is much harder.
Yeah, because normally the nurses, if you are good, okay, but normally the first TP is to get closer to the survivor, and the second one is to correct.
Yep.
So if you remove that kind of stuff, the gameplay is gonna be tough and boring, I think.
Yeah, I feel like if a nurse had one blink, you could run her in the open for like all game, you know?
That's why. Sometimes you are looping a nurse with two blinks, imagine just one.
Yep.
Anyway, mister, thank you so much once again.
Yes, thank you, Summer.
It was a pleasure, man. Finally,
pleasure to be here. Yeah, I know. Finally, after so long.
No, I was asking for so long as well, but you stopped doing Twitch, then you came back. I mean,
yep.
Real life, guys. Real life.
Life happens. Life happens.
You want to say something to Del Toya because she likes your voice, or no?
The fuck do you want me to say?
Well, I thank you very much or something like that, no?
Thank you all very much for supporting Sama. I appreciate it. He's a very cool guy.
I love to put him nervous, bro. I'm seriously. Remember, Alf, that you got what you deserve.
I appreciate you, bud. and you don't have what you deserve yet. It's coming though. It's coming.
I hope it's coming, honestly. But let's see. I mean, if it never comes, I tried. I told you already. Let's see.
Well, nobody can fault your efforts, Summer. You've been trying so long. People like me, people like Hens, people like Jay, we see you. You know, we know what you're doing. We have an immense amount of respect for you and what you've done in your Twitch career, and you know that's why we're here. You know.
And that is what makes me happy. That big people, they respect me and they are happy to come here because Alf. I come to his chat today.
I've been asked to do podcasts countless times. You're the only person I've accepted to do.
Oh my god. You see, guys? He got what he deserved. No. Thank you so much, Al, for saying these kind of words. Honestly, I feel so nice.
Always. I'm gonna go grab some food and stuff. I'm probably gonna go back to bed.
And to sleep, no? Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Have a good rest of the stream, bud.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No worries.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, chat. Bye.